All right, everybody. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Better Days with Schwartzy. Can you all hear me well? This is a new thing we're doing here. This is a new stream. I want to make sure I've got the audio all correct, skis, for all of you. Can I check you all out in the comments section? Just let me know if you can hear me. If not, that's going to be a big issue. If so, we can get started here. So if you guys can hear me, maybe let me know in the comments if there's any issues with the audio. Yes. Well, this is fantastic. What I need you guys to do is I want you to head on over. Hello, Brandon. Yes. Hello. How are you? How are all of you today? Yes, Hollywood. Audio's good. Fantastic. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. This is the first time I've even used this stuff. So, I want to make sure I do it real good, make it real nice for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you could give us a little like, ski. There's this thing called the algorithm. I don't really get it. I have enough going on in my brain, but if you click it, it makes us pop up in said algorithm, and people like us. It pops up on everybody's shit. So if you could give us a like, give us a subscribe if you're not already subscribed, that would be fantastic. I would greatly appreciate that. And I want to let you know today we are sponsored. Yes, we're sponsored. That's right. Today our sponsors, fantastic sponsors. First off, Hollywood Worlds of Sport. Yes. You can head on over to the Hollywood Worlds of Sport. Yes. Talk about all types of pro wrestling, all types of sports, all types of columns and opinions. You can catch them on all forms of media, all types of articles, even videos. You can catch them over on YouTube. You can also catch them on their website at hollywoodworldofsport.com. You can find them on the Twitter space. Yes, everyone loves that Twitter. And also you can find them over on Spotify. That's where you can download the shows and listen to their fantastic audio. That is nice. Yes. Also, we have Oxizero Designs. I'll tell you firsthand, Oxizero Designs makes a lot of my merchandise that you see today, a lot of the shirts that you love and know. Adam Ball over there at Oxizero Designs. You can find them over at oxizero.threadless.com. They've got lots of merchandise over there. You're going to love it. I found some very unique stuff over there. They also have an Etsy site, and over on their Etsy, you can find them. And they have a lot of different things like enamel pins and some silly shit like that all you kids love. I know that I love some enamel pins, and you can find them over on Facebook. Don't forget to give them a like. And also, a new sponsor, the Midnight Snuggie Hour. Now, they're a brand new podcast. They didn't have much information for me today, but they wanted to let you know that they're coming soon and that they have everything from wrestling to all other forms of entertainment. And that's about what we got there, homies. So let's kick this show off. Let's see what I got here. Oh, I got rid of that graphic. Isn't that nice? Well, I want to tell you a little bit about how this show is going to work, okay? Well, this is a more interactive experience. What I see is I see a lot of streams out there, and it's a lot of talking about things that the person wants to hear in general. What I want to do is I want to talk about things with you that you want to talk about. We're going to have different segments. We might not go the full hour today because we're just getting started. I want to give you guys some homework. I want to let you know what we have to find next week. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about different topics. We're going to talk about different things. For example, we're going to talk about mental health. That'll pop up in the corner there. So when you jump into the conversation, when you find yourself in the chat, if you find yourself here a little late, skis, that's okay. You can find yourself right back into the conversation. We might talk about wealth. We're going to talk about pro wrestling. We're going to talk about video games. And I have a little thing that I want to do, a little movie segment that I want to see if that catches on, see if we can't watch a couple movies here every week and have a little chat ski about them, because who doesn't love a little cinema? Hello, Dan. We already have a Q&A? Well, let's have a Q&A. Hollywood, let me have a question. What's the question you got there, homie? I don't know the delay that we have in the chat. So, Hollywood, just let me know the question that you have, and let's see if it pops up quick enough for me to address it. Once it pops up, I'll be sure to address it. So let's talk about the movie segment that we're hoping to have. What I wanted to do is I was hoping that maybe we could all come up with a movie. Maybe we could vote a movie every week that maybe we all sit down and talk about. I would like to talk about, for example, we have My Idiot Brother. Ooh, that's a lovely movie. I love me some Paul Ruddskis. That's right, Paul Ruddskis. I love me some Paul Ruddskis. even though he was just waiting to be Ant-Man. Paul Rudd's the man. So maybe I would say let's talk about, let everyone go home. You watch My Idiot Brother, and we talk about it next week. We take 10 minutes out of the program. We get everybody's opinion on it. We get everybody's questions on it. Maybe we can even tweet the stars of the show. Maybe we can get a little bit of response. Sometimes stagehands are on Twitter. I'll make it a point to track down whoever I can. But that's kind of what I want to do with the movie segment. Okay, Hollywood. You've had many characters in your career. Would you say this is the best version of yourself? Homie, I'm living my best life right now. I have to say that this is the greatest incarnation of your boy that has ever lived. I'm kicking ass right now and taking names. I literally decided a long time ago, about 2 good years ago, that I was going to start being happy. I was going to start living my life, and I was going to start showing everybody around me, who the real Schwartzy was. So, yes, this has got to be the best version of myself. I would say this is the greatest incarnation. Do you think this is the greatest incarnation of Schwartzy? I don't know. I have to wait for your chat to pop up. And thank you, Brandon. Paul Rudd is the man. He's real hot right now. I think we're all waiting for a little Quantum Mania to pop up. But I think that's, is that 2023? Yes. Yes, I believe that's coming out in 2023, which, shit. Who doesn't low-key love Ant-Man? Let me tell you right now, the Marvel Universe right now, Ant-Man right now is low-key kicking ass, taking names, and he's really carrying the bottom of the brand. He's making sure it don't drop past a point. You know what I'm saying? Much love to the Ant-Man. So we've got the movie segment. I kind of laid out to you today what I wanted to do, talk about movies next week. If any of you guys have any suggestions in the corner, in the chat skis, please pop up. Just drop them down. Let's pick out a movie for next week. If not, I'm going to make you all watch My Idiot Brother. But I want you guys to hit the chat, and we're going to talk about some movies. We're going to find out and see what you guys want to watch. We should talk about the Karate Kid 3 in a few weeks. Cobra Kai. Okay. We could absolutely talk about the Karate Kid. See, that's what we can do here. We can vote as to what we want to watch, and we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about it. So on the list, before we get going, I will put a poll together for after this stream skis, and we will talk about what movie we want to see. And on that list, on that poll, we will put the Karate Kid 3. How does that sound? That sounds pretty good to me. I'm not really getting a general response. I'm working with the chat, so bear with me. Yes, this is the. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you. You guys have always supported the Schwartzy brand, and I've always loved that about you guys. You guys have always been real homies, and thank you very much. I do my best. Let's move along. So one of the major things that a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about is your wealth, and particularly crypto. Now, I had be remiss to not speak about this right now, and I wanted to let you guys know that I was going to bring this up today. We're going to chat a little bit about this. I'm going to give you a little bit of some starter tips. Now, I'm not going to talk about crypto in the sense of some sort of professional pro aficionado. I want to talk to everybody. I want to speak to everybody that's never even touched the crypto space, the crypto sphere, and whatever we call this shit these days. I want to speak to everybody. I wanted to give somebody that was just walking down the street that had no idea what cryptocurrency was, an idea of how to just get started and how to not lose their asshole when they come to do cryptocurrency. So right now, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about something that I use, and you can find this actually in the comments section. Coinbase.com. Coinbase is an app that you can use for cryptocurrency, and it's absolutely my favorite. It's got the lowest fees right now, and it's the easiest form of trading. Now, what I think about cryptocurrency is it's a wonderful way to get some sort of gain on your dollar. You want absolute gain on your dollar. If you can put your money in a space that you knew would do better interest rate than any bank's going to give you in any savings account, unless you were some sort of crazy tycoon who's passed go a million times, collected your $200, you're dancing on free parking. That just ain't it, homie. That wasn't me. I started at $10, $20, and I just started nickel and diming every week. So what I would say is download the Coinbase app. You can actually use my referral code. It's down in the what do you call that shit? The comment section? Yes. You can look in the comment section or the info section and you can find my referral link. I don't get anything unless you put like $100 in, so it doesn't matter to me. What I want you to do is I want you to go download that. And what you do when you download that is you get an easy access to popular cryptocurrencies and ones that you can stash away for a while, not ones that you have to keep your eye on every day. What I would do is I would download that Coinbase app. And what they have there is they give away free cryptocurrency to start. What? Free cryptocurrency? Yes, that's correct. Free cryptocurrency. What they do is they have these little lessons and they just have you learn about different types of crypto, and they give you $3, maybe $4, $5. Sometimes they give you even $10. Usually to start, it's somewhere around $33 worth of free cryptocurrency. Isn't that fantastic? So what I would do is I would download that Coinbase. Yes, download Coinbase. Just go down to the information and check out my information link and follow it along. And I would follow that and get yourself in on the game. You can use the free cryptocurrency that they give you and put it into something fantastic, something that maybe get you excited about it, give you a little money to get going. Something like Ethereum, that's always a popular one. Solana's a popular one. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just something that I would do. This is not financial advice. This is just kind of something to get you some free money. You know what I'm saying, homie? And what's wrong with investing in your future? I've been taking goddamn bumps for the last I don't know how many years. So you know what? I haven't really been stocking these $1 million bills away. But when I found out that I could create a future for myself, I could go out and enjoy my life and really go kick ass and really go check out my life as the way I want to live. That's fantastic. It's nice to have a little safety net for yourself. So what I would suggest to you is head on over to Coinbase. Like I said, try out some of those lessons. Let me know what you think. Let me know how that works out for you. And make you some money. Stock it away. Next thing you know, $30 could be $100. $100 becomes $300. So I'm only going to give a little bit of advice every time on this shit. I'm not going to overload you with all this information. But what I want to do is today's wealth topic for today is I wanted to let you know that Coinbase is a wonderful app that gives you some free money. And I don't get any gain out of it unless you put like $100 on it. I get like 10 free in Bitcoin. If you do put 100 in it, you get 10 free in Bitcoin. So, that's some more free money. And that's what we're all about. We're all about getting free money. Isn't that nice? Isn't that fantastic? Well, let's see what we got here. Oh, Shiba Inu. Yes. We got part of the Shiba Inu army. I've made quite a pretty penny on some Shiba Inu. Let me tell you right now, a lot of wrestlers have done pretty well. My big homie / nemesis Zodiac, he's really big into the crypto space right now. And he's done really well for himself. I mean, look at him. He's riding his own bus. He's kicking ass with the little van. He's got his own little empire going. He's done really well in the crypto space. That might be a guy we have on here. Maybe we talk to him about his Shiba Inu and his other cryptocurrencies. Maybe we get some guys on here and we talk about some moves that they would make. Again, not financial advice, just what we would do, what I would suggest maybe if I were talking to myself in a parallel universe and I was like, hey, Schwartzy, why don't you make some quick cash? Hollywood, you've been bumping since 05, 06. Yes, about 06, 07-ish. Yes, I've been bumping. I started actually as a lot of some of you have known if you listen to some of my my other things here. Let me clear this. Oh yeah. As some of you know, I started training myself. I was trained over by Jeff King in 06. I was training with Jeff King in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the old timer. We set up the old ring. No gimmicks. I'm not telling any tall tales. I'm not working any angles, homie. We used to set up a ring in a cornfield that was in his house. That's right. No shade. And they used to beat the dog piss out of me, and I used to take all types of crazy shit, and I trained real hard every day, every hour, 4 days a week, 3 days a week in a cornfield with Jeff King. So yeah, in '06, I've been bumping since, if you will, if you want to use those insider terms. Yes, those are nice. Uh, I love the current Schwartz. He reminds me of the guy. Yes, Buffalo Wild Wings. I think a lot of us all remember that. Let me tell you something, Buffalo Wild Wings. I've got a little gripe skis. This is my show. I can literally put anything I want on it. Buffalo Wild Wings, you son of a bitch. First of all, I used to go to Buffalo Wild Wings all the time. We used to watch pay-per-views all the time there. Remember those back in the day, back in the early 2000s when the rap music was really good? Uh, Let me tell you right now, I used to go there, watch pay-per-views, and I used to order some delicious wings. And I'll tell you something. We all know you changed whatever chicken wings you used to have, okay, homies, in 2005, 2006, and all that shit. You changed that, okay? You changed it, all right? You changed it, and that's not cool. We like the full chicken. I don't know what you did. You're just as bad as Butterfinger for changing the recipe, because that's another gripe for another day. I'll get it. I would be here all day griping about that. Buffalo Wild Wings. I used to watch pay-per-views at your place and enjoy your chicken wings. Now I do not. Now I do not enjoy your chicken wings. And if you would like to win my affections back, you can find me on Twitter at Schwartzy. Yes. You can find me on Twitter. We can have a discussion. But if not, I don't see myself going back. Even the wife tries to get me to go. No. I'll go to Hooters on a Monday. All you can eat wings, homie. When am I coming back to Grand Rapids to kick ass? Let me tell you, I'd love to come back to Grand Rapids. Recently, I was back in Grand Rapids. I was right there for IPW, Independence Pro Wrestling. That was nice. Brandon, I saw you there even. That was nice. You made the road trip up there with the Dread King skis. Well, that's nice. Independence Pro Wrestling, that was a good time. Maybe when they come back in 2022, but I don't have any plans right now to directly go back there. No, thank you. I would love to, but I don't have any in the plans. I would love to come back, but I don't have any in the plans. Bring back Butterfinger Bbs. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, Schwartzy's an old fucking man. I do remember Butterfinger Bbs. I did. They were the way Whoppers should taste, the way they look. They were the way Whoppers should taste. Those little chocolate balls, wafer skis. Yes. Bring back Butterfinger Bbs. Yes, Butterfingers did change their recipe, June. That's right. Sometime like 2 years ago, they changed their recipe. They decided to take out some of that caramel, some of that whatever that orange shit was at the bottom of the chocolate. They took that out and they replaced it with actual dog shit. Okay, what they did was they removed it and they put in actual dog shit. And the problem with that is nobody really likes the taste of dog shit, and I'm sorry about that. So I don't eat Butterfingers anymore. In fact, I look at them and I have a lot of disappointment in my soul. So Butterfingers, if you want to find me at Schwartzy, you can come talk to me. I would love you to get back that original recipe. I wish we could start a campaign on this show, but we've got a small audience. We're starting small. We're a small startup company, small independent woman. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start doing things like that. Maybe we'll get a petition and we'll start harassing Nestle's bitch ass, and we'll say, "Hey, homie, I want that original recipe back." I don't know. Bart was the best mascot, but I think Bart was a great, back in the day, Bart Simpson was the mascot for Butterfingers, and that was fantastic. We love that. But right now, I don't even think the Simpsons are really holding their weight. Honestly, I think that movie was the last play. It was wonderful, but it's kind of been going downhill since then, wouldn't you say? I'm more of a Futurama guy myself, but I don't even think that's not even a thing. The movies were wonderful, though. I did love that. Yes. Oh, I did. Dave, I gained a new fan. Fantastic. Let me tell you right now, real quick. Schwartzy loves to entertain. Schwartzy loves to put smiles on people's faces. Schwartzy would not be sitting in his living room right now acting like a Schwartzy if it wasn't for you people. I do love you people. And I wanted to let you know that, performing for you people is one of the greatest joys of my life. And I mean that, no bullshit. Buffalo Wild Wings is as bad as Larry D. I am not going to touch that. We have a diplomacy thing going on here. So I'm not going to touch that, but we do know that the Pro Wrestling Edge guys, cheap plug there, do not have much love for the Larry D. Larry D was seen on Flophouse at our last show that we had, and we will be talking about Flophouse here real soon. It is my show, so why wouldn't I talk about some Flophouse? But he was on our last show. He took on the Dread King Logan. We do not have footage from that. You know, we lost some footage from that event, but that happened. You know what I mean? Brandon says, watch the Freak Brothers on Tubi. Oh, well, maybe I will. Maybe I won't, but I most definitely will because you guys don't really steer me wrong. That's nice. Let me scroll up here, make sure I got everything in the chat. Okay. Well, that's nice. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Well, I've got some insider info. I've got some wonderful news. So we're going to move on to our next category. Oh, we're going to talk about professional wrestling because we're slightly talking about it in the comment section. It's something that's probably going to dominate this podcast. Any questions you might have for me about pro wrestling? Any questions about pro wrestling in general? We can talk about mainstream shit. That's cool. But remember, it's always nice to spotlight the independent scene. If you like some independent wrestlers, if you like some independent companies, if there's anything like that you'd like to talk about, well, I'd like you to drop that in the comments, and I'd like to talk about that kind of stuff. But you know, mainstream stuff is important. We should always keep up on all types of pro wrestling. So if you want to speak about anything like that, go ahead, drop it in the comments section. But for now, I have some good news. Good news, everybody. Daddy's back. What? What was that? Yes, Daddy's back. That's right. Flophouse Wrestling is back. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Let's pop these comments back open. My goodness. All right. So today I want to talk about Flophouse Wrestling returning to the independent scene. We had a little bit of a hiatus. We had a very big show with RPW, a very big duel show. It kind of took it out of your boy. I was pretty transparent about it. I kind of let the soul came out of my body. I had to let the soul re-enter my body. I had to feel it going again, and I had to wait for the right time. Flophouse is kind of a promotion that it pops up when people need it. It's pop up when it's necessary, and it seems that we are needed and we are necessary. Flophouse AF, homie. Yes, we are Flophouse as fuck. That's nice. What I wanted to let you guys know is I had a meeting today. Yes, a meeting. What kind of meeting? I'll tell you what kind of meeting. I had a meeting at the Indiana City Brewing Company. What? That sounds familiar. Why does it sound familiar? I will tell you why it sounds familiar. Because we've all had some great memories there. There was a promotion that used to run there called Bizarro Lucha. And what a wonderful promotion that was. what a great time that has. There was wonderful talents there that you now see on promotions like Impact. You see them on AEW. Some of those guys are on MLW, Major League Wrestling. You even see some of those homies on the NWA and on the NXT and WWE programming. Isn't that nice and isn't that fantastic? We used to sell out that place. I used to be on that roster myself. So let me tell you right now, we just scored the Indiana City Brewing Company. That's where the Flophouse is going to be. And that's fantastic because they have a wonderful selection of booze products. Booze products. Yes, they even brew their own awesome shit right there. And they even have some homemade chips for you to snack on. But what a big area that's going to be. We're going to have a concert-style wrestling show starting at 7 p.m. And we're coming back in February. When in February? The 20th of February. That's right, 7 p.m., Sunday, February 20th. It's similar to the old spot that used to run there. We figure if the old model's not broken, we don't fix it. So why don't you all come out and join us at the Indiana Brewing Company? We're Indiana City Brewing Company. My bad. Oh, better get that down or I'm going to get fired right off the bat. You know me, still smoking, homie. We're going to have a lot of talent there. Let me drop a couple people that'll be there. Hello, Schwartzy here. I'll be there that evening. Yes. Obviously, we're going to have former Flophouse as fuck champion. We're going to have the Hoodfoot in. Yes. Isn't that nice? anything the Hoodfoot does is fucking gold these days. He's pretty much on fire. He bleeds from all orifices, and he pretty much hits anything that moves. Don't we love some Hoodfoot? Isn't that nice? We're also going to have our community, our trans community, nice and represented with our own homegrown star, Juniper. Juniper, isn't she fantastic? We can't wait to have her back. What will she do? We don't know. You'll have to show up and find out. Tickets will be on sale soon. Who else will we have? Well, you know the Carver will be there. The Carver. Ooh, who doesn't love them some Carver skis? Yes, the Carver. He's batshit crazy, and he might murder somebody. Try not to lose the building, but can't have a show without Carver. I'm not trying to get murdered myself. Pro Wrestling Edge will be there. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Stop the cast. My boys, my homies, my crew, broadcasting live. Oh my goodness. Dan Brewer, are you actually going to show up, or is it just the crew? I don't know, but Pro Wrestling Edge will be in the house. They're just going to be hitting up everybody with their podcast, maybe walking around and doing some interviews. We love our guys at Pro Wrestling Edge, always big supporters of Flophouse. Isn't that nice, and isn't that fantastic? What else do we got here? We all love hearing about Flophouse. Are you happy that pro wrestling Grand Rapids is being done the right way compared to the way than it used to be? Yes. God, yes. Oh, it was so bad. So pro wrestling in Grand Rapids. Okay. So there was these little gems of a show called Rapid Pro Wrestling that Jeff King and Max Morrison and Frankie the Face and all those guys. They used to run those things, and they were good. I don't think they got a lot of credit. I don't think that there was a lot of buzz around the shows like there should be. There was a lot of top-notch talents like the Kosher Club, maybe an old gimmick of mine. There was some good stuff there. I think they deserved a little bit better, but they didn't get a good run. But pretty much everything else that ran there was dog shit. There was a gentleman there. He ran easy shows, and that was backhanded, but he really did dog shit to the scene. And it's nice to see IPW, which is I believe it's owned by Josh Raymond. Yes, he is a wonderful talent. He's been shaping pro wrestling for a while now. He's really shaped into a coach role. Mad shout out real quick to Jerry. Oh, you're doing some fantastic stuff up there. You're really making some top-notch talents, and give the devil his due. When you're doing good, you're doing good. I don't know if anybody's patted you on the back, giving you some snaps. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Schwartzy's giving you some snaps. I've known you for a while. J-Ray made my first pair of professional wrestling gear. You're doing good shit. Mwah. Love you, J-Ray. Love Independence Pro Wrestling. Love what you're doing out there. You're very welcome for the shout out, and I'm glad you guys love the Hoodfoot. Apollo who? Oh, Apollo Star. Yes, Apollo Star will always be Flophouse. Let me tell you about Flophouse Original. Before Flophouse was even a promotion, this man was Flophouse's fuck from the get. So let me tell you right now, absolutely, Apollo Star. In fact, he kind of clued me in. I run this place a little bit like I'm kind of like a guidance counselor in a sense, where I ask, what do you want out of pro wrestling? And let me give you get the best out of people when you book people the way they want to be booked. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you right now is he said he wanted someone young, someone up and coming, but someone that's hit their stride right now. And I do have a gentleman in mind I've been thinking about. I do have to contact him. But if I could say, there's a young man that had a very good, a scummy young man who had a very successful weekend last weekend, even at the expense of yours truly. I might be looking at a young stud there. I don't know. That gentleman versus Apollo Star kind of looks good and would probably tear the roof down in that brewery. Yes, in that brewery. That would tear the house down, wouldn't it? Yes. Let's see what else we got here. I am happy about pro wrestling and booze. What a combo. Yes. And the wonderful thing about that venue, Skis, is that they do make their own brews there. You can take home a nice 6-pack. You can, I think they do have the little ale gimmicks that you can take home. you can stock up and bring that back for another day. They got some wonderful stuff there. We're gonna start at around 7 p.m. We're gonna go till about 9:30. If you wish to chill, what I'd like to let you know is I'm gonna try. I don't know if I have it. I'm gonna try to get karaoke. Wow, isn't that fantastic? Booze and karaoke. Well, maybe we'll do some karaoke later that night. I don't know. These are just some of the ideas swirling around in my head. Uh, oh, oh, you've deciphered the message. Would you guys like to see Apollo Star versus scummy as fuck Zach Thomaskis? Would you guys like to see that match? I know I'd like to see that match. I'm not saying it's booked right now, but I'm going to reach out to Zach Thomas. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, been smoking all day. I don't even have I have a little coffee, skis. I can't take a little coffee for the smoking man, as Steve Austin would not say. Let's see here. Oh, I just knocked my shit. I'm fucking helpless. Oh my god. Okay, so Zach Thomas, I will reach out to Zach Thomas. I will see what we can do. We will see if we can't get Apollo Star versus Zach Thomas on the 20th. How about that? That's what we're doing. We're making the people happy. You're literally in this chat. You're literally helping make these matches. You're literally involved. You're literally, I can't say that word 5 times fast, but let me tell you right now, isn't that nice? Dream match if it hasn't happened. Well, don't forget, hop in the comments. Let me know that there's a little lag in the chat. So just let me know what you want to see. A dream match if it hasn't happened. Schwartzy and Randy versus The Purge. Well, I would love that match. Now, there's only 2 members of The Purge left. That's Sean Tyler, who I used to be a tag team with. Very successful. We used to travel up and down the Midwest. All in the early 2010 skis. We used to wrestle all the top stars. We used to be in the rings with guys like Ricochet and Chuck Taylor skis. If you guys remember the Osirian Porter, they were hot shit. Oh, I love that goddamn shit. Oh, they were awesome. A lot of the Chikara guys. Me and Sean had a good little run ski together. Always good to reminisce about those times. But would I like to be in the ring with the Purge? Of course I'd like to be in the ring with the Purge. I would love to test myself against anybody. Kevin Calloway, let me tell you right now, you had a hell of a run when you got started out there. I think you haven't been tapping into your full potential a little bit recently. Why don't you tap into a little bit of Schwartzy and see where that gets you? I always like to bring out the best in my homies. Why don't you come at me, boy? And why don't you come at Randy skis? That's right. So if anybody would like to book that, I've got some things already booked at the Flophouse. But if anybody, maybe a Metro Pro skis, maybe an XIW skis, XICW, Extreme Intense Championship Wrestling skis, let's not fuck up the name. They've been long standing. We're not trying to piss off DBA. I'm not trying to get cut or no shit. Schwartzy and Randy versus the Purge. We would love that shit. I would definitely love to do that. How are you guys enjoying this so far? Is this tickling everyone's fancy? How's this interactive stream going? I'm not trying to waste anybody's time. I'm not trying to bore anybody to death. We've had a good fluctuation of people in the chat. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Remember, please hit that like button if you haven't done so. You have to do it once for every video. Isn't that insane? That's too much. That's too much technology for your boy. I'd rather just use a Puffco. That's about as much technology as I'd like to use. Also, Puffco, if you'd like to sponsor your boy, you can also reach out to Schwartzy, twitter.com and all that shit. Yes, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit all that shit. Follow me. We're going to do this weekly. We're going to get more structure as we go. And like back to Zach Thomas, dude is a stud. Dude is an absolute stud. He manhandled me in the ring. I was able to get him up for a spine busty, and that was nice, but it was really hard to get there. He beat the dog shit out of me. That was wonderful. Zach versus Apollo Star. Take my money. I will take your money. This is my job. Taking money from you is what I'm supposed to do. I will do that. What do we got? IPW skis. Yes. If I look behind me here, I've got my DVDs from IPW. I'll knock everything over if I get up to do that. But what a wonderful time IPW was. You can find IPW, just like Flophouse, IPW, Insanity Pro Wrestling. They're not running anymore. They're an old defunct promotion, but they did a great job. They had some wonderful stuff, some real up-and-coming promotions. If you have an IWTV, I almost said prescription, a little Freudian slip, subscription, if you have an IWTV subscription, you should head on over to IWTV, check out Insanity Pro Wrestling. They were based out of here in Indianapolis, just a couple of miles from where I live right now. Insanity Pro Wrestling is a wonderful watch right there. Yes, they're fantastic. I used to wrestle there with Sean Tylerstein as the Kosher Club, but we used to wrestle there with a lot of awesome homies that you see on TV now. John Moxley was there. Who else was there? You see referees. Drake Younger had a wonderful deathmatch stint there. Scotty Vortex. You see guys like Eddie Kingston skis. Like I said, Chuck Taylor and the Ricochet skis. Oh, so many wonderful people. If you love the Chikara, if you love 2005 wrestling, CZW's had a wonderful run in those early 2000s. They brought in a lot of stars. American Dragon was there. Bryan Danielson. That's fantastic. So check out Insanity Pro Wrestling. They're wonderful. You'll love them. They're on IWTV. If you go over there, use promo code Flophouse. If you can get some free Daze. I don't know. I think it's 7 days right now, maybe 10 days, but you get 7 free days. We get $1 or so or some shit like that. We get a little kickback from the homies over there at IWTV. We love them. We love you over there at IWTV. You're doing wonderful stuff. IWTV was a wonderful thing, but you can head over to IWTV, use promo code Flophouse to get you some free days, and you can watch Insanity Pro Wrestling, and that's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of things, a lot of people you see on the AEW these days, and AEW's got a lot of indie darlings. You got a lot of lovely ladies there that you see. I believe Bunny was working there when she was known as the Cherry Bomb. Whoa! Ruby Soho was there when she was Heidi Lovelace. I mean, these are before they were stars. There's some guys that I wish were around more, like a Jack Thriller was there. CJ Otis skis. Yes, it's fantastic. IPW was the absolute bomb diggity, and it was the shit. And you guys should go check it out. Use promo code Flophouse over there at the IWTV. Let them know we sent you. Let them know. Homies, and you guys can check out some good wrestling there. I don't know what else do you guys like on the. What do you think? I've been chatting it up here. I got a little dry throat here. Oh, that's a nice coffee mug. Satu Jin got this for me last. Look at that. I want you to. It says to have a nice day, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of telling you to go fuck yourself. Well, I also hope YouTube doesn't mind me cussing or anything like that, because I've got a potty mouth. And that's just how daddy rolls. Do you think Cesaro should be a world champion? Of course I think he should be a world champion. Now, I mean, you can always say that, maybe you have to be the total package skis. You have to be good wrestling, where he's at. This is all opinion. Where he's at right now, they want entertainment. So, at one point, maybe you could say, make sure you've got to cut the promos and you can't stumble on your word skis like Schwartzy does on his live stream and all that shit. But honestly, the guy's coming to his stride. He can do it all. I mean, he's been carrying that shit for quite some time. He was ready for a championship since before he was doing the Bar, but the Bar was an excellent tag team. You can't hate that. If it works, it works. Sometimes you just got to be happy to have a spot on the card and get some camera time. But guy like Cesaro has always been ready for a world championship skis. He's carried company. One of my favorite Cesaro moments was when he was Claudio Castagnoli and you had CZW Cage of Death versus Ring of Honor, and they had the Cage of Death skis where everyone entered. But that's nice, and that was probably one of my favorite Cesaro moments. Oh, isn't that fantastic? We got a little breeze coming in here, a little door opening. We got a little guest walking through the set. We're not going to acknowledge him. But Schwartzy's always got guests walking through the set. Very famous people. I can't drop names here, but he's got a foot and he's from the hood. And he's not okay. Apparently, he wishes to be known as Eddie Murphy. So Eddie Murphy in the studio. That's my Eddie Murphy laugh. That's nice. Yes, and congratulations to Satu Jin on your Rust Belt win. That's nice. We all saw it. He took Dale Patrick's to the limit. He'd held that bad boy for quite some time. Isn't that nice? Well, he absolutely had a teardown match. Close that big tag tournament out. You'd seen a lot of action already. You'd already seen my wife and Remington Roar in a death match earlier in the evening. So, they really have to bring it to Top Randy West. I've had to come after. That sounded dirty. I've had to follow Randy West, but on many occasions that's not easy. It's also not fair, but it is the way it is. And they did, and they had an amazing match, and it was wonderful. And Satu Jin is an up and coming star, someone I proudly have had a hand in helping, which I'm humbled to even be a part of his universe. He's a wonderful human being. He's an outstanding superstar. He deserves absolutely the best. He's earned every bit of it. This guy works harder than I think any of some of you homies know. He's jumped in 1,000,001 cars. He's done the work. I'm just telling you right now, this guy is incredible. So yes, it is wonderful. No, maybe it is Bobby Documents. I don't know. Oh, maybe Bobby Documents did. If he did, I'm not allowed to acknowledge his existence due to a pre-existing court order. And yes, my producer that doesn't exactly exist is telling me that I can't acknowledge Bobby Documents existed, for there might be some debts that he has null and void due to his inexplicable death. Okay, we're gonna have to look into that. I love you, Eddie. What? Eddie? What? There's a bunch of D's. What is that triple D's? IRS enters the chat. Yes, the IRS is here, Bobby. Run, motherfucker. Run like there's no tomorrow. I mean, you're not here. Well, that's fantastic. What else are we chatting about tonight? Who is Eddie? Are we talking about Eddie only? That was the other event. What I was talking about is Remington Roar, another up and coming star. Let's talk about Remington Roar real quick. Hold on. Let's take a hot second. This guy is currently pounding the pavement. This guy is currently doing. My microphone's falling down. I'm a hot mess, everybody. Don't mind Schwartzy. Schwartzy's on a lot of supplements, and he's doing his best because he loves you people. He's dropped his paperwork. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Let's talk about Remington Roar. Remington Roar has been on quite a tear recently. This guy's been everywhere. This guy's been jumping into cars, been taking his own car. He's been all over the country, taking chances on himself. I want to take a second to recognize Remington Roar. I've seen you at a lot of promotions. I most recently saw you at AWR. And the night before we saw you wrestle Randy West. You also were over at No Peace Underground. Mad props. Guys, check out Remington Roar. Again, if you have that IWTV subscription, use promo code Flophouse. Check us out. Check them out. 7 free days. Maybe, just maybe, would you like to see Remington Roar on the next Flophouse show? How about that, chat? How about that little chat room? Would you like that? Maybe we have Remington Roar. Come throw some homies around. Huh? Yeah. I'd love to have Remington Roar. Maybe they could have a rubber match. Randy could have a rubber match. We have Josh Crane on our roster. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? We could have Remington Roar versus Josh Crane. Ooh, how about Dale Patrick's? Look at that guy. That guy's gotten pretty dark and scary these days. Think about it. Let me know. Hop in the chat. Let me know what you'd like to see. Like I said, you guys can help me literally book this show. You let me know what you want to see. We're going to get you going, homie. Jeff King. Let's see here. Remington Roar versus the Dread King. Well, hold on. I didn't know we just could make a money printing press. So that sounds like it just makes money on. Well, shit. That sounds good to me. Obnoxious one, yes, hello, welcome to the show. You're a little late in. You can always catch the replay. We've just been chatting it up. This has been a very interactive thing. We're just talking pro wrestling. We pop up the topic in the corner. We talk about what's going on. We've been stuck on the topic of pro wrestling, but I ain't mad at it. Right now, we're talking about the possibility of maybe Remington Roar and the Dread King. Ooh, isn't that nice? Jeff King. Jeff King should be a guest on this show. That would be a riot. Homie, I would love to have Jeff King on this show. If you guys would love to have Jeff King on this show, maybe I'll reach out to my homie Jeff King. I know he doesn't get great reception. He's an old timer. Maybe we can get him to pull the cord on the shed and get the old internet going. Maybe he's got like a Green Acres thing. He's got to climb the phone pole and talk on the, I don't know. But one way or another, that man brought me into this business. And by God, I think he said 1 billion times he'll take me out. I think we'll get him on this show. We will definitely try to make that work for you. Yes. Yes. Eddie Murphy. That's it. I love you, Eddie. I love you, Eddie Murphy. Oh, Eddie Murphy. Wouldn't that be nice if we could have actual Eddie Murphy? That would be really nice. Once again, I just wanted to let you know that we are sponsored by Hollywood World of Sports. Hollywood World of Sports, they reached out to us, let us know that they support our show. So I wanted to let you know that we support them. Hollywood World of Sports. You can find them at hollywoodworldofsport.com. You can also find them on YouTube. Ooh, they've got wonderful videos to catch you up. You can also catch them on Twitter where they'll post links to all their wonderful articles. But you can catch all their hubbub on Spotify. That's right. Click the follow button and you can get all their latest up-to-date notifications over there on Spotify. Also, Oxizero Designs. Ooh, aren't they nice? They make most of my shit and I love it. It sells out. I'm practically out of shirts right now. Oxizero.threadless.com. They've got some of their more unique stuff on there. As well, head over to their Etsy. They've got some enamel pins. Ooh, who doesn't like them enamel pins? As much as I don't like getting through goddamn the airport with those enamel pins, I'll still put them all over my bag. That's right. I don't give a shit about security. You can also go give them a like over on Facebook. As well, let me get this shit together. Schwartzy's got his shit together. There it is. The Midnight Snuggie Hour. That's right. They didn't give us much information because they are a new up-and-coming podcast. They are going to be a long-time sponsor. So they wanted to let you know that they're coming soon. You can catch them out on Google Podcasts. They have their first podcast up on Google Podcasts. And they're speaking everything from wrestlings to all types of other forms of entertainment. Isn't that fantastic? Well, let me know what you think about them. Let me know if you've given them a listen. I want to know how you think about the Midnight Snuggie Hour. They sound pretty interesting. Schwartzy's going to give them a little listen here later when I get a little downtime. That's right. So we're talking pro wrestling here. We're going to pop this chat back open. Hollywood, homie, one of the sponsors, one of the ones that we love. We'd love to have you on the show. We'd love to talk wrestling with you. I've got a pen here. I can talk like this. This is how we'd speak. This is how we'd speak if we talk sports. So I would definitely love to have you on the show sometime. That would be nice. That would be fantastic. That would be nice. All right. What else do we got here? What else do we want to talk about here? So we've talked about cryptocurrency. Let's see here. We've got you wealth. Look at that. We got a little wealth tab down there. Isn't that nice? I am not looking at the guests off screen like an unprofessional person till they leave my studio and commandeer a plate of food from the not studio. This is what we do. We harass people. Maybe we'll do prank calls. We're going to do a lot of interviews too. Maybe we should have Bobby Documents. Maybe we'll trap him here and get the IRS to come get him like Catch a Predator style or something. But we talked about wealth today and we talked about pro wrestling. We talked a little bit about pro wrestling. We talked about the things that we'd like to see. We talked about Flophouse, something that transpired today. We talked about Insanity Pro Wrestling. We talked about stuff you could watch on Independent Wrestling TV, especially if you use promo code Flophouse to get 7 free days. And we also talked about movies. Isn't that fantastic? Oh my goodness, this coffee is coming back to Schwartzy like you don't know what. I'm so sorry. I'm gross, but I'm real. I'm gross, I'm grimy, I'm real. I'm not grimy. That's somebody else's gimmick now. You know me, can't infringe on them Michigan gimmicks. Everyone's up in arms about that. Got to keep on the up and up. Yes. Another thing we'd like to talk about, I don't really want to have much time to talk about it today. We're running a little bit short on time. But next week, let's talk about some mental health. Let's talk about some things that we like to do to keep our mental health afloat. Let's have a real good chat about that. I'd love to talk about mental health. I'd like to talk about the things as somebody who's been on a mental health journey of his own, as somebody who's suffers with depression, anxiety and light schizophrenia. And I know that's funny as somebody that pro wrestles and has a gimmick and all that shit. But this is a very real thing. This is stuff we live with every day in, day out, and life is not very easy. So, well, let's reach out to the homies. Let's talk about some things. Let's keep everybody on the up and up. It's winter time. Nobody likes the winter. The winter sometimes brings on a lot of depression. So let's keep each other out of depression. Let's keep each other happy. Maybe we'll do something cool. Maybe we'll have some contests or some things, some mental health contests or something where check-ins, and we'll reward people. Maybe we'll do some hot cocoa giveaways. Give some hot cocoa gift bags that we're giving away in upcoming shows. That's right. We'll be giving away some things coming up in the next couple of episodes. Next week, we'll be giving some stuff away. So I want you to stay tuned in. I want you to stay afloat with what we are doing. That is a good and much needed topic. My homie Zodi, that I hope to beat the dog shit out of. I know he's got multiple personalities right now, and this is probably his kinder one speaking to me. But it is a much needed topic. That's a man I would love to have on there talking about cryptocurrency, and maybe we'll speak about mental health. NPW Wrestling. Hello! Isn't that fantastic? We're about to go over our time a little bit. If you guys don't mind, I'll go over the time a little bit. You guys want to go over the time? I'll as we approach, we can go over the time a little bit. I'll speak a little bit longer. This is the debut episode. We're kind of feeling things out and just having a chat, skis. I'm enjoying myself. I love hearing what you guys have to say. I love giving you my opinion, skis, on things, because I could listen to myself talk all day. Just ask Randy, my wife. Yes, the other personality. Yes. Zodi, one of your personalities is not conscious to this, but we are in deep-seated hate. And I do not like you, and I wish to throw you in the river, and I do apologize to the personalities that are not so mean. Not so mean at all. So let's drop a little bit of knowledge on you, homies. You guys love you some Schwartzy. That's right. Otherwise, you wouldn't tune into me talking for so long and talking to my bullshit, and you guys wouldn't be here supporting your boy. My wonderful 3 sponsors. Never had one show. Didn't have one show. Didn't have one. Never did this. Never streamed before. Never sat here. Tried to talk myself out of doing it a couple of times. Let's be real. Those are the winter depression. But I had 3 sponsors who backed me, who believed in me, who said, Schwartzy, homie, we believe in you. We got you. We got your back. And they really came through and made sure this show happened. Gives me a reason to come on here and make this more of a living. Do what I do. Love being Schwartzy for all of you homies. So I want to thank my sponsors, but I want to let you know where you can find Schwartzy this weekend. What? Schwartzy? More Schwartzy? Yes! There's tons more Schwartzy. There's lots more Schwartzy. You can come see me this weekend. I've got 2 big shows this weekend. You can find me at Future Great. Friday Night Fury this weekend. On the first of every month is more of a pay-per-view type atmosphere, which is what we've got coming up here. And we've got a big show coming up. This is going to be a banger. Friday night in Hamilton, Ohio. Future Great Wrestling. You can come see this shit. I'm telling you right now. It is a family-friendly show, believe it or not. Schwartzy only humps and grinds just a little bit, but I won't be humping and grinding that much. I'm going to get my hands on that terrible personality of Zodiac's. That's right, Zodiac, you've been ducking me, homie. You've been trying to find a way to jump me from behind, beat me up, and then get out of Dodge. Well, that's not going to fly, because I talked to the commissioner. Just like we talked last week, and old Wolfie Poo said, I'm going to get a match with Zodiac. So if you show up, the bell is at 7 p.m. That's right. And if you want any more information, just head on over to my Facebook, skis. You can find that in the comment section or the information section or whatever the hell we're calling it. I'm going to tell you right now, me and Zodiac, whether we like it or not, whether we like each other or not, we're going to steal the show. It's what we do. We're Schwartzy and Zodiac. It's just how we roll. Also, Saturday night in Saginaw. Isn't that fantastic? You can find me at Ultimate Championship Wrestling. There's a lot of choices for shows in Michigan on Saturday. I'm well aware of this, but I'm telling you right now, the pre-sales are through the roof. This place is going to pack. This place did pack. This place will pack. This is going to be a banger of a show. We have Judgment Day in Saginaw, Michigan, UCW. Guess who's going to be in the house? It's not just Schwartzy. I know you're coming to see Schwartzy. I know you just want Schwartzy. If it was just a bunch of Schwartzy, you'd come on and be like, oh, that's nice. But let me tell you who's there. I'm going to tell you right now. You've got Jackson Stone, Holy Suplex Skis. He's so nice. You could catch him the gut check winner. Isn't that nice? You can catch Dread King Logan, Ace Evans. Oh, isn't that nice? He might bring some of them nomads. You can catch Impact Star Johnny Bravo. Ooh, isn't that nice? I hope you can come see these stars because they're coming to you live. You don't even have to go check on your TV set. And we talked about him earlier. We loved him. We said he should wrestle Apollo Star. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, homies, Zach Thomas is going to be there. Maybe that's where I'll corner his little bitch ass. I'll say, Zach Thomas, do you want to wrestle Apollo Star if he's not too busy throwing on another show stealer? If you saw the last UCW show, I'm going to tell you right now, guys stole the show. Schwartzy was on the show. Schwartzy did a good job. Schwartzy tapped out chin strap Jesus Kyle Barrett. It was nice. It was fantastic. Zach Thomas, Schwartzy's a man. You stole the show. You did a good job. You killed it. Homie, that was the ish. Good for you. You killed it. You killed it with Kingskis. You murdered the scene. Let's answer a couple of questions. Let's see what we got here. What personally do you think is of your favorite? Which one of my matches is what do you think is one of my most entertaining matches? Which ones of my matches? I would say the most entertaining match that Schwartzy had, in my opinion. If you go on IWTV, cheap plug again, you're going to have to go there, check out Ruthless Pro Wrestling. I recently had a match at Deathmatch Circus with Gregory Iron. Isn't that fantastic? I thought it was. I thought that was probably one of the most Schwartzified matches of all time. What does it mean? It means you get everything of Schwartzy. Maybe it wasn't the all strong wrestling. Maybe it wasn't all strong Schwartzy, but it was that mix of everything. I loved it. I thought Gregory Iron brought the best out of me. That 44-0 piece of shit. He tried to besmirch my name, but I took it to the homie, and he gave me a hell of a match. I would check that shit out. Ruthless Pro Wrestling. You can go check that out. It's Inked in Blood. Inked in Blood. I think Twitter spoke about me briefly. They don't really talk about me much, so when my name pops up, I'm just hoping that it's all good news. That was a good news day. So check out that one. I think it was well received. So that would be my most entertaining. Matthew, thank you. That's so nice. I can't wait to see more of the show too. I can't wait. Isn't that nice? I'm on it. I'm the host. Isn't that? It's like I make it for myself, but I make it for all you because I love you, homies. Hollywood, you are welcome. Thank you for being a part of Schwartzy's world. Thank you for being a part of Schwartzy's universe. Thank you for keeping Schwartzy going. Schwartzy wants to do this for a living. This is what Schwartzy was born and bred to do. And it's people like you that keep Schwartzy going. I know that sounds like some sort of bullshit contrived line, but that's honestly the truth. I wouldn't be sitting here right now. You guys support me. You guys, it's basically like clocking in at a job, but I get to do what I love. I get to be Schwartzy. I get to talk to all of you, and we get to talk about wrestling and money and movies and all that shit, and I love it. And yes, Zodi, UCW is fire. They were almost wondering why a certain mass murderer wasn't there. Isn't that fantastic? Well, let's see what we got here. I'm checking out all these comments, and I'm checking out all my notes. We talked about movies. We talked about what we want for the future. We want to talk about everyone speaking with us, keeping this. This is an interactive experience. If there's nobody in the chat, this might go to shit. If not, it might just blow out my voice. It's no big deal. We talked about wealth. We talked about movies. We talked about the wonderful sponsors. We talked about pro wrestling. We talked about Flophouse. We talked about every little thing. We talked about Zach Thomas and Zodiac and all the wonderful wrestlers. And we talked about Insanity Pro Wrestling. And I thought it was a wonderful occasion. I very much enjoyed it. This was the first time that I've ever been able to sit down and have a chat. I haven't been able to do the Twitch thing. That never really worked out. That was kind of weird. But this is the first time I've really been able to have a live stream with all of you, have an interactive chat. Last question, hold on. A bomb shelter return would be epic. One of my favorite duos / gimmicks ever. Homie, I don't foresee it happening right now. We've got some business to settle. I'm sorry. I would love for things to be different. But you never know. You never say never in wrestling. You never know when the two of us enter a stinking Royal Rumble at the same time, and it's like, oh, we know each other. We better do the team up thing because everyone knows that spot. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. And if you didn't know, now you know. Well, homies, I'm about to pop up out of here. What I want you to do, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and as somebody looked over here and reminded me, because I probably had one too many funny cigarettes, hit that alert button. What that alert button will do is let you know when I drop a new promo, when I drop a new match, because I'm going to try to put up some of my recent matches that don't have any of those crazy copyrights. Maybe some of my Flophouse matches that I have the rights to, I'll put on my YouTube. But it'll let you know when I do promos for the homies, when I put up matches, and when we do this live stream, more importantly. But you can catch us, me, you guys. I say us because this is a group. This is a group experience. You can catch us at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. We're just talking some shit here. This has been Schwartzy's Better Days. Love you guys. Really happy to do it. Really good time. Tune in next week. Let me know what movies you guys want to watch. Keep in mind, we're going to be talking about something, and I'm going to post some polls here real soon. I love you guys. You make it worth it. I love doing this, and I couldn't do it without you. You're all so beautiful and digitally wonderful. Enjoy the evening, and smoke one for Schwartzy. Have a better days.